me Bisshhh'ss, 'tis I Chlois, and today is a loaded video. This was a disastrous mani from very beginning all the way to the very end, essentially. So, first problem started happening when I did pill base. I, accidentally bumped my hand into something while I was trying to let my pill base dry. It didn't completely dry. Did I wash it off? No, I just applied another layer of pill base thinking that that would essentially help even out the situation, and of course it did not. And I knew it wouldn't, but I was like, oh no, it'll be fine. Let me just do that. So here's your tip if you mess up your pill base. Take it off. Wash your hands, take your pill base off, and just reapply it. I was like, I don't have time to reapply it. I'm just doing it. I had the time to reapply it. I just didn't want to take the time to reapply it. And that's where my issues began. So, okay, we are just doing a literal gel mani for this video. So let me see if I can. The color is from Nail. Well, okay. I think it's. Crap, what's it called? I don't know. They just changed their name to something different. But it's Nail Addict Temptation. And they just changed their name to something else, like Nail something. I cannot think of it. I will have it in the description box, of course, though, because I will look it up after this voiceover. But I applied my pill base already. I am applying this, and I'm trying to make even layers, all the stuff. It wasn't working. It applied really good. I love this color. It's really pretty. And there's just really no words to describe the issues that I was having with this mani. So after I applied my first layer, I cleaned up around my cuticles. It did start to self-level, so that was nice. I appreciate that. My issue was not with, in my opinion, the issue was not like with the gel itself. It was with my pill base mishap that I just, ignored like it wasn't there. So that was my mistake. So after I clean up around my cuticles, I'm going to cure this for 60 seconds and I'm going to apply a second layer. And, oh yes, I am going to put my hand upside down to just let it, chill the way it needs to. That was a piece of pill base that was one of the incidences that happened. That finger touched my pinky, messed up the pinky. You'll see the pinky situation here in a minute. But anywho, going in with my second layer, I really do like the way that this gel applies though. It's like, it's opaque, it's pretty, it's like movable, it self-levels, which is nice. It's good. So, sorry guys, I yawned in the middle of my sentence. So I did this, and I am going to end up going back in with a third layer, and that, well, did I go in with it? Oh yeah, I did. Okay, yeah. So this whole video is just sped up. This mani was literally a disaster beginning to end. Pill base all the way to after applying my top coat, which I don't know if it's actually the very ending badness is very visible, but I did not like it. I did not like it. So, yeah, okay, here's my third layer that I am doing, and it was because I had a little bit of, like, patchiness around my cuticle area where, like, it just did not want to cover in that area, and I don't know what was up with that. exactly, because that was really the only area that I had issues with. So anyways, I did that. Now I'm going to, and I did that on all 5 nails. I just didn't show it because this is a like ridiculous video nonetheless. So I am going to take my 2-in-1 gel from Mani Boss. So I like to use this one when using gel method to encapsulate, because I don't have to add, you know, the base, cure it, the top coat, cure it. I just one and done kind of thing. And so my nails stay thinner situation. So I'm just going in with this top coating. You see that pinky? Yeah, the peel base, all of that lumpiness, all of the lumpiness on these nails is from the peel base that I had getting messed up, and me just kind of like trying to add more to it, thinking that it was going to fill in the holes of the it. It was bad. It was bad. So after filing and buffing, you'll see here that I also filed too much. I got heavy-handed with my file, and I forgot how soft gel is because it's softer than dip powder. I forgot just how soft it was, and I over-filed my nails. So here I am after filing and buffing, adding another layer to cover up more holes that I made. And then we're going to try a new situation that I've never done before, and that's just going to be fun. And so oh my goodness, I just cannot with myself. And I mean, thank God for peel base. That's essentially thank God, because while this mani essentially doesn't look horrible from far away and, you know, all the stuff, it's just the process of the mani and the closeness looking up at the mani is no bueno. No bueno. So see here, I got an AIRBRUSH thing from iGel Beauty a while back, like months ago. And I'm barely getting around to use it because, quite frankly, I've been intimidated to use it. I'm like, oh, I have it. That's kind of cool to have. I was like so excited when I first got it, and then I was like, oh God, I don't know about this. So here I am showing y'all, like, the top twists off from the base part, like so, and it has a little thing right there for you to put your mixture in. You have to, when you use the gel polish, because you do it with gel polish, you have to mix it with acetone so that way it doesn't clog anything up, and it makes it like runny enough to be like sprayed and airbrushed over whatever. So I am mixing some of that same color because I still had some patchy and weirdness going on. I was like, well, let me just see if I can kind of like airbrush it because I'm already doing this. Let me see if I can kind of even out with the airbrush thing. So I mixed up that color that's already on my nails, and it comes with this little pipette. So I just took that and I'm putting it in there. I'm trying not to spill the gel out of it, and I'm gonna have to go off camera because I couldn't get it in the right like situation because my phone was right there recording. So after I get that screwed on, I'm like practicing first because I didn't want to just go right in on my nail because I had no idea what to expect. I have not used this thing at all. This is just the very first time. So I'm playing around with it, and I realized, oh, this little thing here at the back, it tightens and loosens the trigger part where your index finger goes, and that's going to give you the like flow of the gel coming out. So I finally got that figured out the way I wanted it, and I'm over here trying to, you know, see how this is going to go. And after just putting, I don't actually know if it was thin or not. I'm assuming it what was a thin layer of airbrush gel. Like, I don't even know what you call it. Gel. I guess it's still gel. My little mixture. My little potion that I put in there. It, after doing a little thin layer of that on all of my nails, I was like, okay, that's cool. Now I have this mess around my cuticles to clean up. Because you can't control precisely where all the stuff goes. It just is everywhere. So that was kind of like, you know, a disaster in itself too. Not so much with that color, but now when I go in with the white, it's gonna get even crazier. So I was like, ooh, let's use it to do an ombre. So I'm now mixing Nail Addict, White Addict is what it's called. And of course it's like, it's Nail Reserve. That's what they're called now. Nail Reserve. And so I think they still have the same color names and stuff, just a different like brand name. So anyways, I'm using White Addict. I did run straight acetone through the airbrush thing first. After I like finished with the pink, I put straight acetone in it to clean it out. Then I put my white and the gel acetone mixture in there. And I'm like trying to spray this. Like, I held this away from my nail quite a ways, just because, well, with the first color, it's the same color. It really wasn't like whatever. But with this one, I was like, I don't know how pigmented, not pigmented, what it's going to be like. So I held it away from my nail, like away from my hand for a while. Then I was trying to figure out how the angle of me doing this situation was going to go. And I ended up having to turn my hand towards myself, which created a bigger mess of me getting gel polish and acetone mixture stuff all over the palm of my hand. So I was focusing this on the tip and like just ever so slightly like moving my hand back and forth kind of thing to see if I could get that ombre, which it looks like, yeah, cool. We have an ombre going on. I was a gel mess, which is not particularly good. So before curing all of this mess, which I did cure the pink separately for 60 seconds again, then I did the white. But I'm over here having to like literally pretty much bathe my hand to get all of the extra gel off because you don't want to cure that to your skin. So I had alcohol going on my palm and fingers trying to get all the white off of there and then around my cuticle. So once I got all that cleaned up, I cured for 60 seconds again. Then I was like, this is still kind of bumpy and wavy from the initial peel base application. I was like, okay, let's try and cover this up and mask it with some stamping. So this was the very first stamp that I did, and I actually really liked this. And I was like, ooh, okay. And I liked the angle, and I was going to try and pick up the same stamp and then angle it differently on my thumb and create kind of like a cross motion situation, whatever. I, for the life of me, could not pick this dang stamp up again. That pattern, like, hated me. So I moved on. I was like, okay, let me try something else. We'll just, like, I don't want all of the nails to be the same anyways. It's fine. Didn't want to pick up that one. I was like, okay, whatever. So and then I go and I'm going to try something else. And all this stuff. Well, yeah, the stamping was even a disaster. So while I got this stamp perfectly on my nail, I was like, woohoo, we got a good stamp. You know, whatever. I'm cleaning my cuticle again. This is just alcohol and my Maniology brush, angled cleanup brush situation. So I got my thumb and my index finger. I'm still trying to get the stamp that I used on my thumb because I really liked it and I wanted to use it again, and I could not for the life of me get that dang thing to stick. So I was like, okay, moving on to the next one then. I don't know why I decided to use black and use this situation, because it like kind of smeared. I don't know if it smeared while I was putting it on the stamper. I don't know if it smeared when it was going on my finger. I don't know entirely what happened, but it smeared. And I put it on my hand, and then I was like, right away, I was like, I shouldn't have done black. I should have stuck with pink. So the pink is Waikiki from Maniology. The black is straight up black. I do have a code with Maniology for stamping. It is just Cloyce, Cloyce, if you guys want to use it. I do make a little bit of money off of it. It will get you 10% off, and you will really be helping your girl out, because I do still need to make money somehow. So I appreciate it if you use it. So anyways, I tried again with the other stamp, didn't work. So I was like, okay, well, let me try this stamp. So I put Hope on my middle finger, which I actually thought was really cute. I liked it. And I did layer stars over my ring finger, which made it even 10 times worse on top of the black. And here I am trying again. Like, it just was not picking up that stamp at all. So I went back to the one that I did on my index finger and decided to do that on my pinky. And then I'm going in with my gel base. I did apply the smudge-free top coat from Maniology. I just didn't include that because I'm trying to show y'all, like, disasters happen to everybody, and this whole Manny was a disaster, okay? So I was really trying to focus, like, on just essentially the just ridiculousness of this video, which the whole thing was, but the smudge-free clear top coat was like, it went okay. You know, it did what it was supposed to, but whatever. Anyways, I apply the gel base, cure that for 60 seconds, apply the top coat. Both of these I'm using Maniology as per usual. Y'all know me. I'm a Manny. Oh, did I say Maniology? Okay, see, this is not good. These names. Maniology, Manny Bish. Last week I said I was working with Manny Boss, which I'm not. It's Maniology. Although I wish it was Manny Boss too. Anyways, Manny Boss Gel. Manny Boss Gel. Manny Boss Gel Base. Manny Boss Gel Top Coat. Okay? Manny Boss. And I am capping my free edge. Free edge. Yeah. Why did that sound so weird when I just said it? I don't know. This was the Manny, you guys. And then the weird part after the top coat situation, like, I was sitting over here looking at my nails in the sun, and I don't know if you'll see it in the pictures or not, the white ombre part kind of had like a blue tinge to it, and that was just like the icing on top of the cake for me. So, you know, this is the disaster. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'll catch y'all in the next one. Bye, bitches.